Buon Natale, Merry Christmas. And I want to share with you an Italian Christmas tradition. It centers around La Befana. This little doll represents the Befana. Befana, the name, they say, comes from Epifania, the Epiphany of the Lord. And the tradition is this, that on the eve of the Feast of the Epiphany, in other words, the evening of January 5th, the Befana brings gifts to the children of the house. And it's a wonderful tradition. Of course, if they've been bad, they get a piece of coal. Now, that coal, often enough, is actually a piece of candy that looks like coal. But in any case, it's a wonderful tradition. The Befana brings gifts to the children. Let me give you some background, the story of the Befana, at least as it's come about in different traditions in Italy, because it's celebrated a little bit differently in different parts of Italy. The story is that the three kings have seen the star and are on their journey to find the newborn King of the Jews, Jesus. And they pass by a house. And the story then varies a little bit. They stop in, and the Befana is there in the house, and they ask for directions. That's one version. The other is they just stop to have something to eat so that they can continue on with the journey. In any case, as they encounter the Befana, they tell her what's happening. They've seen the star. They're on their way. They want to see the newborn king, the Christ child. And she's interested, yes, and then they invite her to come with them on this journey to find the newborn Jesus. But what does she do? She says, "Oh, you know what? I'm so busy. I'm cleaning." You can see the broom that she has. "And I'm washing clothes, and I'm cooking, I'm taking care of things, and I really can't go with you. Maybe I'll go later on." So the Magi, the three kings, continue on their journey, and of course we have the story in the Gospel of St. Matthew, how they go to Jerusalem first, and they check in with Herod, and then eventually they go to Bethlehem, and they find the star is over the place where the child is with his mother and foster father Joseph. And they bring their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And then they return eventually to their own home country. So what happens to the Befana? Well, after they leave, she's full of regret. She's sorry that she didn't join them. And so what happens is that she herself picks up the journey and goes in search of the child. And as she goes in search of the child here and there and everywhere, she leaves gifts for other children on her way to find the Christ child. Now, the story doesn't say whether or not eventually she found the Christ child, but along the way, she is taking care of his little ones. And I'd like to think that eventually she did find him. Now let's step back for a moment. And this is a wonderful story, a little Christmas legend, if you will, for children. But it really has all kinds of implications, I think, for us, adults, grown-ups. Because there are times when we are invited through a word, through the encouragement of someone, to take up the journey, to go to Jesus. And very often, I'm afraid, we find ourselves distracted, absorbed in our own work, our own preoccupations, our own dreams, and we somehow can't get the momentum to get up and go on the journey. So the Befana is sort of a cautionary tale for all of us, not only children but adults, that when we hear that call, let's go and find him. Let's go and see him. Let's go and adore him. That we actually make it a priority, get up, and go. Once again, Buon Natale, Merry Christmas, God bless you.